Hello grade 12s. Today I'm looking at the 2018 trials paper, the 2-point perspective. An interesting design where they have a more or less double-story house with, maybe this is a garage underneath the house, a little bit of a balcony aspect to it. For me, a bit strange in that a double-story design is not a common type of thing. If we look at the shapes here, they've got the sides of our top view at a 45-degree angle. That's also a bit different, but nonetheless, here are the steps that we want to follow. Find and label our vanishing points. Some of you are forgetting to label your vanishing points. It is worth 2 marks. Find the center line. Usually that's the line that the main part of the house or building design touches the picture plane. Sometimes that lines up with our stationary point. Okay, it's not a problem if it doesn't line up with our stationary point. It doesn't have a bearing on our design. Then take your heights across to the center line and then to the vanishing points. And this would be for an individual aspect. So if we were taking this point here, take those heights across, then to the vanishing point. Then take where those points are, their length and width dimensions, project those to the stationary point. Where they hit the picture plane, we'll take them down to get our shape. So always try and just follow that process when you're trying to complete your drawing. To get started, I need to draw in my vanishing points. Just to check, I would line up the edge here. There I can see it's a 45-degree, meaning the other side's also going to be 45 degrees. So to take my 45-degree set square, draw my line up to hit the picture plane. Where it hits the picture plane, bring that line down to touch the horizon line. And there is my right vanishing point. That's 1 mark, people. Go to the other side. Where it hits the picture plane, let's draw that down. And label my left vanishing point. There's another mark. There's 2 marks. Easy. Next I'm doing the center line. So where my shape touches. Interestingly, that one does touch the stationary point. This point here is going to give me a false center because that is also touching the picture plane. During your reading time, it must be just worthwhile understanding a bit of this drawing. If I look at this drawing, my big rectangle at the top here in the outline that's touching the window is this roof aspect of my building. Okay. So this part here, if we're going to call this maybe the floor of the building, is in this point here. So it's going from that point and the floor ends over here. Maybe on this side I might call this the garage, because we've got this little opening with our arch. Remember that center line indicating the center of this arch, the semicircle here. For me, I would call this maybe the balcony. So this is the balcony. This is the garage. That garage extends all the way through to the outside there. That was the roof. This is the floor. And to me, this is like a glass box that we have over here with, probably I would call this the railing. Might be something. So the railing. Here was the balcony. The garage. So it's just a few of the different aspects that I would try and work out. And with that, try and work on what aspect you would like to start with. What would you feel most comfortable working with? Because this is touching the window, I'm going to start with this point, which is the roof, and then come down and get the outline of this shape to start with. Following the process that I'm trying to use, I'm going to do this aspect. So what I want to do is take the relevant height levels across to my center line. At the center line, I'm going to be going up to the right here, and that means we're going to be going to the right vanishing point. There I've taken the roof, the floor, and the height for my railing across to the right vanishing point. Now I'm going to take my points down from this side, any points that I'm going to need relevant. So that's where my railing line is. I need those two, and going up to the roof from the floor, that edge. So I'm going to project those to my vanishing point. I'm going to project those to my stationary point. There are the points. Let's take them down vertically. I'm now going to take these points and go to the left vanishing point with these corners of this shape. There are all my height measurements projected. Now what I'm going to do is get, here is the edge of the roof, and here is the edge of the railing. From this corner I can project along to find these corners of that back wall, so I'm not going to worry about that, and a lot of that will fit behind the shape here. Let's take that down. So this is for my roof. I'll just do that in dark now. and this is going to be my balcony. I'm not going to join up my balcony because we've got, sorry, the railing, because the balcony is going to fit in here and some of it's going to be blocking out that shape. Let me just take this back wall down here, because that's going to give me a point for the, sorry, I'm taking this back wall down here. With any luck, this line should match up going towards the right vanishing point. I'm going to finish off the inside part here, so where we've got this sort of glass building on the inside of our shape. What is there that we can use? Well, this glass box is at this point, and we have got this line, so that line and the top line of that height, so we can use both of those to project. This point, we don't have anything relating to this point, but it is touching here on the window, so we don't have to project it to the window, we can just use this point. So let's find that point first. So where it's touching the window, I'm going to take it down to my stationary point. Where it hits my stationary point, I'm going to take this down to touch the window. There's where the shape is touching the window, and we now need to go on a blue line, meaning we've got to take it towards the left vanishing point. It'll also touch at the top on the roof aspect. So I'll take those across. So that's a little bit behind there. Let's find this shape on the inside here now. Here is a corner. Here is another corner. We've got 3 corners there. So this corner is going to be where it's hitting here. So where it hits that shape and then comes down. This corner, where it's hitting that line and down. It's lining up there. And here is the back corner. Now, a test for your accuracy will be if this line touches that line going towards the right vanishing point. And we'll do the same, projecting this line forward here. Okay, that's pretty good. Then we're darkening this line, darken from the corner to where that is. Darken from the corner to where this line is. And there we've got that inside shape. I'm now going to do this balcony aspect. Now this balcony touches the railing at a different height though. What we can do is we can use the height that we could find on the balcony, or we could create a false center. I'm going to use the false center. I'm going to come to this edge of my balcony, project that line forward to touch the picture plane, and project that height down. Now remember, that's for this corner that we're going to use it. So the heights we're going to need, there is my bottom height, and now let's project the top height and the inside height. Now it's lining up with our pink line, which means that we then project this towards our right vanishing point. And we now need to take the specific point down. Here is the specific corner. Project that down to the picture plane. While I'm doing that, I'm going to project where it touches the railing and this inside wall of the balcony. Let's take those down now. And there is our balcony. Next, that is the inside wall of the balcony. And this point is where our balcony touches the wall. Just looking at that, and it seems maybe out a touch. So I'll just fix that line up. And that's where we have that touching wall. So here is the edge of my balcony. Now let's project those lines to the left vanishing point. There are my points projected to my left vanishing point. Let's find the left edge now of our balcony. Here it is. Take that down to our stationary point. Where it hits the picture plane, let's draw it in. There is that edge, which we now can project back to our right vanishing point to where it hits the railing. Join up to the left and right sides here. And there we have our balcony. At the bottom edge here we can see where the bottom of the railing is going to be going through under that opening slightly. I'm going to carry on next with the garage, but I will be doing that in part 2.